Hello, everyone, and welcome to the May 2017 SmileSource Independent Members Meeting. My name is Dr. Mike Maroon. I'm your host for the evening, and looking forward to a great evening with everybody here. We have an agenda where we're going to be listening to Matt Denaro, the Vice President of Sales of Scrubin Uniforms. We'll be talking for the first 15 minutes or so. We'll have a question and answer following his session. And then I'd like to take some time, maybe about 30, 40 minutes or so, whatever we can muster up, to talk about takeaways from the Nashville Exchange. For those of you who were there, it'd be great for you to share some of your takeaways from the Exchange. And if you weren't there, I'll be sharing some of my takeaways from the Nashville 2017 Exchange. And then we'll have a little Q&A and wrap up. So I'd like to welcome Matt Denaro of Scrubin Uniforms. Scrubin is a preferred vendor of SmileSource, and they offer some great products. And I'm going to let Matt take over and share with us his presentation.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. Good evening. Just again, I'm Matt Denaro with Scrubin Uniforms, and I just wanted to spend a few minutes with you guys tonight and just tell you a little bit about who we are, what's going on in the marketplace, what trends are we seeing with healthcare uniforms, talk about your SmileSource program and how does it work, and then just open it up to any questions that you guys may have, and a little Q&A, and to find out what's working and if we're missing anything that you guys need on your uniform program site and all the above. So again, thanks for the opportunity, and as we just move right in through the slideshow, it's who is Scrubin Uniforms? So we are a national healthcare uniform company with coast-to-coast operations. We've started this company or been in the business over 50 years, and we started in 1963. So from 1963 to 2007, we became the largest multi-channel retailer in the country. And at that time, we had north of 200 locations. And we sold in 2007, got out for a little bit, and then we were asked to get back into the healthcare uniform space by some key manufacturers. So that's when we started Scrubin Uniforms, and we're headquartered right here in Tampa, Florida. What we did differently this time around is we've created a vertical operation, and what that means is everything that we do is controlled under one roof right here in Tampa. So we control and own our means of manufacturing, the distribution, the in-house embroidery department, the managed services, which is our customer care department, our IT department, our creative and marketing. It's all under one roof right here in Tampa. So what that allows us to do is handle your needs efficiently and very quickly. And we really try to pride ourselves on, partnering up with you guys and delivering, not only quality products at the lowest and best pricing, but what's really important to us is the service and delivery component of it. And by controlling that piece with zero outsourcing, I feel that we do a really good job in really partnering up and delivering our products better than anybody to you guys. So really, what's going on in the marketplace right now? So I'm just going to kind of paint the picture and just kind of talk you guys through what the evolving market for scrubs. What does that look like? And and this pertains to dentist office. This pertains to vets. This pertains to hospitals. This is really big picture of what's going on in the marketplace right now. So what we're finding is the median expense on scrubs per individual, per healthcare worker, their needs are about $250 annually in uniforms. And what we're finding is what's going on is color coding is really a hot topic right now for not only for, like I said, dental offices, vets, but hospitals as well. And right now, 70% of all the hospitals in the country require color-coded scrubs. And another shift is going on in how they purchase these scrubs. And there's a stat down below you can see on the bottom left. By 2020, the majority of all scrub purchases will be made online. So, and here's a quote here as well. It's, this is from Matt Poe, American Laundry News. Healthcare scrubs affect patient perception. He says, today more healthcare facilities are moving towards scrub programs to make staff more identifiable and to make the processing easier. So what does that mean for you guys, to really get and create an important, consistent image inside of your offices? It's that patient to employee awareness that these uniform programs bring. What we find is it's a higher employee morale. The employees, they have a dress code, they have a comfortable uniform that looks really nice on them. It brings up their morale. Branding is a very strong piece. Through the custom logo of these uniforms, you can really brand your business and really get the icon out in front of your patients. And really, at the end of the day, it really creates a really nice professional appearance for your office. And when you walk in and you see everybody uniformed and it just looking sharp, it really sets the tone for a nice experience with your patients. So let me see right here. So as I move through here, so market trends, again, color-coded scrubs create patient to provider awareness. That's what they're doing. So I threw this slide into the presentation tonight, and it kind of ties into a little bit what the hospitals are doing. But you can see from the quotes below, Baptist Health unveils new color-coded uniforms. And then there's another quote from an American Nurse Today: uniformity in nursing, it's about time again. And then why hospitals are switching to color coding. So you can see, from big institutions, from hospitals to individual offices, this trend it's alive, and that's what's really going on in the marketplace. So what does that mean to us? How can we provide those scrubs, and how can we cater to your needs? And this next slide shows reasons why U.S. healthcare staff bought a particular set of scrubs. And really, if you just look at the sampling, comfortable fit is the number one reason. And then you move on down to soft feel of fabric, attractive fit, color, durable, well-made, brand I like, and so on. So what we've done as an organization is we've really taken, your needs, your employees' needs, and we've made our offerings around what they want in their uniforms. And that's what we try to deliver to you guys as best we can. And then this is another key trend is not only are the uniforms changing from fit and fabric and function, but where you are purchasing your uniforms and where are your employees purchasing your uniforms is changing very quickly as well. And I mean, you can see that around from what's happening in the retail marketplace from Sears and Macy's and the large brick and mortar stores as they tend to be closing daily because their customers are going online. And we're seeing that also in the uniform space as well. So, and why are they doing that? Because, your employees and you guys are looking for convenience. You're looking for low cost and variety. And that's where, the online portal really excels for the brick and mortar because, the variety, we can have a deeper, SKUs that you guys have to choose from. There's more availability. So, and then not only that, they tend to have lower prices. There's better or more frequent sale discounts. Again, like I said, carry more in my size, so we can go deeper and have more availability. And then also the next one's key, stores open more in the evenings past 6 p.m. So when you have an online model, you have an online partner, it's open 24/7. So you can shop at your convenience and you can shop, from the comfort of your home if you need be. So that's really the trend, is not only in the uniform space, but in a lot of the retail that we're seeing across the board, from brick and mortar moving to an online platform. So really the Scrubin difference. Why us? Why us compared to any other uniform company out there? So like I mentioned earlier, we are a vertical operation. We're a distributor of the major brands, but we're also a manufacturer as well. And I know we've probably worked since we started with you guys in the back half of 2016. We've worked with a significant number of the Smile Source offices already, and it seems like the Night Shift brand has been a really popular choice. That's one of our brands that we manufacture, and like I said, because we control that piece of it, we're able to deliver you guys a phenomenal product at just a wonderful, wonderful price, and it seems like everybody has been very, very satisfied with that program already. So, the manufacturing piece of it, we're able to, pass that savings on to you guys. And again, what really makes us different is it's the zero outsourcing. Everything's controlled right here in Tampa. Just a big picture, we have 4 distribution centers across the country. We have one in California, one in Texas, one in Atlanta, and then our main one here in Tampa, Florida. We have $10 million in inventory ready to ship at any given time. So you don't have to really worry about the out-of-stock issues or delays in your order. And in-house managed services. So that's really a key point to, we can put together uniform programs for the group and all the above, but what do we do for the individual that needs a return or a size exchange or something? And that really comes with your program as well. So we have an in-house customer contact center. So we offer free returns in exchange. So we have an open return policy. If it's sizing and fit expertise, we have complimentary sizing kits for you guys. The in-house embroidery, the product design and development. So it's all part of the program for you guys and our partners as we move forward. We have a national sales team. We have boots on the ground that covers the country. And then really what is the bottom, the employee tenure is a really, at 15 years is, that carries over from our previous company as well. But that's something that we're very proud of. And that number only continues to go up as we go. And then as you look just around the board, the BBB A+ rating, as you guys know, that's very difficult to get, and it's very difficult to keep, and that's how you resolve customer issues. And we're very proud of that. It's all about you guys. So it's, we're here because of you, and we do everything we can to make it right and be the best partner we can for you guys. And then just, brand selection. We have all the major brands from Cherokee to Wink to Jockey. The online buying, the style, the lowest price. We guarantee you guys the lowest price out there, all in, from all around, from shipping incentives to just the lowest price on the garment to the embroidery cost, all the above. We just really want to deliver that to you at the very best price. Customization, again, do that in-house. The experience, the consistency, and really just the quality. So that's all wrapped in together, really kind of makes the Scrubin difference as to why us. So what does that mean to you guys in Smile Source, and how does it work for you? So we have customized programs, and what that means is we have built a custom web portal for you, or an employee store, if you would. There's preferred partner pricing. You get the managed services that I explained earlier on the last slide. So it's all the open return policy, the customer service team that's open, Monday through Friday, and they're there for you guys, whatever you need. Free custom setup of your embroidery. So we waive that fee for you guys, and we do all that in-house. And what that really means to you, because that embroidery is completed in-house and zero outsourcing, what we found is the industry average is about 4 weeks for delivery on a embroidered item, and because we control that, in any in-stock order that we have, if we don't need to pull from another warehouse, chances are it's already here in the Tampa warehouse. We turn that order around inside of a week, and we really, we know it's important if you guys have new hires or you want to get your group program going, and we're aware of that, and we try to get that. So generally we're about 72% faster on custom embroidery orders than our competition. So the last slide here, the Smile Source program. So this is really what details your program to you guys. So we've built a custom account page. You can find it at smilesource.scrubin.com. And on this page are all your options. So you have, all your tops, your scrub tops, your pants, your jackets. There's layers on there. There's polos on there. So all your needs for what you need to outfit your team and staff, they're on there. If for whatever reason that you don't see an item that you want that's on there, please reach out to us at the customer service number or myself and let us know, because we have 25,000 SKUs available to you guys. So obviously they're not all on your site. So if you do see a garment or a button down or anything that's not on there, please definitely ask, because the chances are we can definitely get it for you guys. So, but if you really just kind of dial it down to the direct program benefits to you, on this site, you have exclusive Smile Source pricing. So your pricing is loaded onto this site. Free shipping is on your program. So any order over $65 will ship free directly to you guys. There's free setup of your custom logo. Like I mentioned, to get started, we waive all the digitizing and setup fees for you guys, and just all we need is your logo, and we'll set it up and apply it right to the Smile Source site. There's no tax on your orders. If you reside outside of Florida, you are exempt from tax on any of your orders, which, depending on where you're at, could be anywhere from 6 to 10% savings right there. Complimentary sizing kits are part of your program. So how do you size your office staff of 8 to 10 to 12 or more employees? If we're going to put a logo on it, we want you guys to definitely confirm sizes. So once you identify what top and what pant you want to go with, reach out to us, and we will send you a complimentary sizing kit. And inside that kit are forms where each employee's to fill out and to confirm their sizes. And then once you're done with it, there's a return label and it comes right back to us. So now we've confirmed everybody's sizes, and then now we can go ahead and place the order right online. Again, dedicated account reps we have inside that are their primary focus is the Smile Source account. So you're going to be talking to the same person when you call in. And then again, the managed services, obviously the open return policy, all the above that comes with it. So really, just to get started with us is that customer service number, 1-888-988-0028, and just reach out and let us know that you're a Smile Source member, and we have an account already set up for you guys. And you'll just spend a few minutes, and our customer service reps will just kind of have a consultative discussion, find out about your needs, and if you have any logo requirements, and we'll get you guys started. So it really is a simple process. We try to make it as easy as possible for you guys, and that's it. That's it all together.
Matt, thank you very much. That was a very good, concise presentation. I appreciate you trying to stick to the time guidelines as well. I got a couple of questions for you. Are you just scrubs only, or do you do any other type of uniforms?
No, we have scrubs, we have polos, we have button downs. We can do T-shirts for company sponsored runs. If it we even have go into the chef side of the uniform business. So really, if it goes on your body, we can certainly get it for you guys.
And is that all available as part of our Smile Source deal?
It is. So, primarily we're focused on, the scrubs and the polos and the button downs and lab coats now. But if certainly if you guys have a need for anything, let us know, and then we just apply your Smile Source discount right to that, and we can put it right on the site for you. Okay.
There's another question. Different levels of quality and appearance of the scrubs. Somebody was talking about, like, I remember last year people were talking about the Grey's Anatomy scrubs. Like, do you have stuff that's, I guess people see stuff online and they want to kind of have a similar type of product. Do you have that type of thing?
We do, we do. We have all the brands between, Cherokee to Wink to Jockey to, all the Bio, all the White Swan products. But the reason why we do not sell Grey's Anatomy is because our Night Shift brand, our designer is fantastic, and she took the Grey's Anatomy design and created the Night Shift brand. So the Night Shift brand it's cut from the same fabric. It comes from actually the same factory as the Grey's Anatomy products does. The only difference is we added stretch into that product. And I mean, as we know, the Grey's Anatomy sells anywhere between, $30, $35 a piece. And we do, on your Smile Source program, it's about half that price. So it's really an upgraded version of the Grey's Anatomy with the premium stretch into it. So that's why it's been our most successful program so far with the Smile Source members.
Okay, great. And then there was the last question. I think you answered it somewhere in the presentation. The time between ordering and shipping, like what is that usually?
Yep. So generally, most of all the products are in stock right here in Tampa. So when it comes through your portal and it gets approved, chances are it's going to go out the door that day. If there's a logo that needs to be applied to it, we're looking at anywhere between, usually it's 24 to 48 hours. I like to just give us a few extra days and maybe say, definitely inside of a week, but general average is about 24, 48 hours turnaround time.
Okay, great. I believe that is the last question that I had. Does anyone who is online have any questions for Matt? Going once, going twice. And I believe that's it. Matt, thank you very much. I appreciate you being on the call, and thank you for your time. And as I said, this is going to go out to the entire group, so I'm hoping that people will be in contact with you and ordering a lot of scrubs and uniforms from your company.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for your time. And again, thank you for your business and partnership, and definitely please reach out to us and let us help you guys.
All right. Thanks, Matt.
All right. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Yep. Okay. Now that portion of the program is over, we are actually, we're right on time. That's pretty good. So I want to talk about what our 5 takeaways from the 2017 Nashville Exchange was, and I'm hoping that some of you guys, I don't know, whoever's on the call, I see a couple of people on the call. If you guys don't mind unmuting yourselves and being part of the discussion, that would be awesome. But I'd like to get your takeaway on some of the things that I'm going to talk about as far as what my takeaways from the Nashville Exchange were. One of the first things that I noticed was the great continuing education course that Dr. Dean Hutto put together. So we got there on Wednesday night. Thursday was really devoted to CE. And then Friday, the general session started, and the general session continued through Saturday. The CE courses that we saw, just about everybody was talking about diversifying your services. So especially if you're a GP, not having all your eggs in one basket. Don't just be focused on, drill, fill, and bill, crown and bridge, things like that. If there's any way that you can add another income stream to your practice, that would be great. So we heard from people like 6 Month Smiles and Clear Correct. We also heard from implant companies like Dentsply and Implant Direct. And then there was a lot of discussion from Kent Smith and outside in the hall with Tony Swallow about dental sleep apnea treatment, which a lot of people are doing nowadays. So if you think about those 3 things that I just have on the screen right there, the average ortho case is somewhere around, if you're doing 6 Month Smile or Invisalign, it could be anywhere from $3,000 up to like $7,000, depending on where you are in the country and what you want to charge. So if you even just do like 2 ortho cases a month or 3 ortho cases a month, if you do the math, you're adding, if let's say the average is about $5,000, adding 15,000 to your treatment by doing 3 cases a month. And it really, as far as the ortho is concerned, it's mostly your staff members that are going to be doing it. You will be obviously involved in treatment planning and following up with the clients, but for the most part, when they come in for their monthly visits and checks, it's something your team member can deal with. So that's a nice little income stream. As far as the implants, a lot of talk was said there about learning to place and restore on your own. And like, you know, they're not talking about trying to do all of it. For example, they don't want you to get, you know, if you feel comfortable enough doing like an anterior or premolar area, there's plenty of implants to be placed in those areas. If you have posterior regions where you're going to need like advanced grafting, maybe sinus augmentation or anything like that, obviously they don't expect you to learn to be able to do that right away. But if you start placing and restoring some of the anterior or the easier ones, it may spur you on personally on a journey that you may want to go and learn how to do more implant dentistry. But even if all you want to do is do anterior and premolar region, it's a nice little additional income stream to be able to learn to place and restore your own implants right in your own office. Let's see, the dental sleep apnea treatment. Kent Smith is out of the Dallas area, and I think he's in Irving, Texas. And he's been doing sleep apnea treatment for a long, long time. He is the owner of 21st Century Dental practice in that area. And he was a full-time practicing dentist, and over the course of the last several years has evolved his personal practice into a dental sleep apnea treatment only facility. Now he has a partner in his 21st Century Dental practice that still continues to do general dentistry and other types of dentistry, but Kent has totally devoted his practice to dental sleep apnea. So he gave us a pretty good breakdown on, you know, what's involved as far as sleep apnea treatment is concerned, whether you should be involved with the Medicare portion of insurance. He has chosen to be part of the Medicare only because he doesn't want to limit himself or his clients. And his average income for a sleep appliance can range anywhere from $3,500 up to $9,000, sometimes even more, depending on the treatment that is being prescribed. So it's, you know, if you're really interested in learning more about sleep, there's some great courses out there. I know Kent Smith has one. Tony Swallow is another SmileSource member who teaches about sleep, and there's some other folks, Jeff Osborne and Lance Timmerman, who are also SmileSource members that do very well in the sleep arena. So if you're interested, I would suggest that you throw it out on the forum, and those folks will probably answer you back and tell you, you know, give you more information on how to get more involved in sleep apnea. The second of my takeaways was technology helping you be more efficient in patient care. There was a lot of talk about scanners over there, and the two that I saw were the 3M True Definition scanner, of which I personally have 2, and then the 3Shape scanner, which I don't have, but a lot of people are raving about because of the ease and the ability of that to, you know, to capture 3D images of your patient's mouth without powder, in color, and very quickly. Basically, as fast as you can move that scanner in the mouth, it'll read and pick up the information. So that seemed to be the hot button, that 3Shape scanner. And then 3M had a little bit of a competition over there, trying to get people to see how fast they could scan. I know that personally with the 3M scanner, I got them as part of our SmileSource deal with GPS Labs and part of the DSG lab system. And GPS Labs in Florida was the one that got me my 3M True Definition scanners for both of my offices. And my main office, we have personally done over 250 scans, and I can tell you this thing's pretty accurate. I mean, I haven't had one case come back since I've done the scans where I haven't had anything fit properly. So I'm a true believer in the scanner technology, and I know that it works firsthand. I see it every day in my practice. But again, it's just like anything else. You know, if you have to be able to prep the right way. You have to be able to control the moisture in the mouth, whether it's saliva or blood, and you have to be able to take a good image the way that they want you to. And if you do that, you know, whatever you give the lab, you'll get back in return. So I'm a big believer in scanners. Whichever one that you like, I think that you should take a look at different scanners, identify which one that you believe will work best for you. For me personally, I like scanners where I don't have to pay a lot of money to get them, and that 3M True Depth scanner was, you know, the price point was perfect for me. It was zero out of pocket, so it works well. The other thing that we saw was a lot of people are making the jump to 3D X-ray imaging. So the main companies that offer that through SmileSource are Prexion and Dentsply Sirona Orthophos. I actually sat in a course given by John Julian regarding the Prexion 3D imaging system, and you know, I mean, if you are sitting in a course and somebody's showing you the information that you can see on a 3D X-ray imaging, it just makes so much sense to have the technology. The difficulty is, like anything, it's pricing, and it doesn't make sense for you and your practice to spend that much money on a 3D technology. Right now, 3D is not the current standard of care in dentistry, but I can definitely see where in the future it may evolve into the standard of care. But that's not going to happen until most doctors decide that technology is something for them. If you're interested in 3D imaging, whether you're doing implants, root canals, things like that, I mean, there's a role for it in just about everything. If you do any type of extractions, any type of root canals, any type of dental implant treatment, the 3D imaging technology is worth the investment. And I invite you to take a closer look at that. But we have a couple of great companies that can get you more information on that if that's something that you're inclined to do. There were several speakers who talked about you know, how to create a better patient experience or customer experience. Roger Levin was there. There were a couple of other people who were there as well. The main thing that I got out of that was, you know, people want you to appeal to all five senses. What does your office look like? What does it sound like? What is, you know, how are you treating them? Are you gentle? Are you rough? What is their overall experience regarding taste in their mouth? Like a lot of the materials that we use, for example, the acid etch, the Novocaine, things like that have a bad taste. So there was talk about maybe having the patients do either a pre or post rinse with some type of flavored mouthwash or mouth rinse to get rid of that awful taste. Smell also was a big thing. People are concerned about what does it smell like in the dental office? Does it smell like eugenol? Does it smell like burning tooth? Is there any other smells that are coming from your office? We've all had that plaster trap smell in our offices, and I think that that's something that you know, they want you to pay attention to. What is actually happening in your office, and look at it from the patient's standpoint, not just from your standpoint, because a lot of times when you're working there every day, you go in and you see things, and you know, they look like they're always there or they're normal, but to a patient, they may notice something that you definitely don't notice. For example, my wife, like, we could go to any particular restaurant or basically a hotel or a motel or anything like that, and she'll notice things in the corners like a cobweb or dust on a plant or something like that. And I'm like, are you crazy? This is out of control that you're noticing this stuff. She goes, no, that tells me whether something is clean and things like that. So, you know, she's the type of person that will judge something based on the cleanliness. And a lot of us have female clients who do the same thing. They'll judge you based on what it looks like, what it sounds like, you know, what it smells like, all that stuff. So they want you to kind of be aware of that. As far as utilizing technology like NewCalm to help relax clients, I know that we have NewCalm in our office, and it is a very wonderful technology to help relax clients. Any of you who have it in your practices, if you use it on yourself, I think you'll all agree that the NewCalm definitely is relaxing. And so utilizing stuff like that to help relax clients helps in one of those sensory modes as far as the sound and the touch and relaxation and all that. There was talk about being more interested in your patients and asking them what's new in your life instead of how's it going or how have you been or anything like that. Ask them what's new in your life, which is more of a leading question to get them to open up about themselves, which I thought was kind of interesting. And then another thing that they, you know, this is stuff we've all heard before, but it's always good to refresh your memories on this stuff before seeing your client, especially in some of our practices where we're really, really busy. You know, stop, breathe, take a deep breath, smile, know who's in the room, and then go in and greet them so that you're giving them the best possible experience that you can at that moment in time. Because that really is what they're going to judge you on an ongoing basis. Anybody could give a great new patient experience, but what do you treat the patients like on a consistent basis over and over and over again, and on days where you are at your most hectic? Those are some of the things that were spoken about there. Let's see. Some of the other discussions that I heard over there at the exchange were ways to mine your existing schedule for additional production and revenue. Number one, diagnose what needs to be diagnosed. There's a lot of people out there who are afraid to diagnose because they don't want to either scare the patient away or they're afraid of offending people. But it doesn't hurt to diagnose what needs to be diagnosed, and then have a conversation with your clients. Tell them what you see. Another way to add additional production is to offer to do treatment that day out of hygiene if at all possible. I know that in our state of Connecticut that our hygienists are allowed to anesthetize clients. And so what we do every day is we try and identify people who need stuff done in our schedule. And if they do need stuff done, we ask them at the beginning of the hygiene appointment, you know, we have the opportunity to see you today. It would probably take an extra 20 minutes out of your schedule. Is that something you'd like to get taken care of today? Some people will say yes. Some people say no, and that's okay. If they say no, no big deal. If they say yes, I have the hygienist anesthetize them, and we go either into that room and take care of the treatment, and the hygienist will go to another room, or we'll take them into another treatment room, but they're already numb, and I can get going on them without having to wait for anything. Let's see. The next one was only refer out what you don't know how to do, not what you don't want to do. A lot of people are referring out stuff that they don't want to do. And in a difficult economy or where everybody's struggling for patient care, you know, you should really try and do the things that you don't, do the things that you know how to do and learn how to do them well. And then if you're doing them well, then you should be able to do what you want to do. So, for example, a lot of people tell me I don't like doing molar endos, okay? And my answer to them is a molar endo is just, if you look at it, it's either 2 premolars or 4 anterior teeth stuck together. And so if you look at it and think of it that way, you can simplify your whole process of doing root canal treatment. The majority of molar endos are typically going to need some type of crown on them prior to having the root canal or after having the root canal done. So one of the things I learned from some of the courses that I've taken is prepare the tooth first for the crown prep. That eliminates a lot of the cusp area that you know can get in the way of your line of vision or the ability of the files to have access to the root canals. And then do your access opening and make sure you can see what you can see, and then just take your time, do it right. We've got great companies in Smile Source like the Dentsply, Sirona, Wave, One, Dentsply Endodontics. Oh, it's Tulsa Endodontics. Their Wave One product is great. Brasseler also has their endo sequence files, which can allow you to do root canals nice and easy as well. And if you're not sure how to do it, take a course from one of those people. They'll be happy to train you on that. They'll send a rep into your office and get you up to speed. So that's just one example. But you know, if you do some of the things that you know how to do, then you'll be able to make more money and more production in your practice, more profitability. When you're working on patients, mention treating adjacent teeth instead of one tooth. So, for example, if you know, try and do more quadrant dentistry. Somebody's coming in for 19 MOD and they need 18 MO and 20 DO. Try and do all three of them. Some of you are already doing this, and I'm just preaching to the choir. But some of you may not think about doing that. Some of you may think that, oh, we're just going to do one tooth at a time. If you can do more than one tooth at a time, it's better for you, it's better for the patient, and it's better for your overall bottom line. The next one is don't watch anything. Treat it because it's not going away, nor is it going to cost less in the future. And that second part of that is a big thing because, you know, I always tell my team and my patients, the least expensive that your dental treatment and your dental care is going to cost is right now when we're talking about it. Because every day from this point forward that we don't do anything and we don't get you back to a healthy, stable situation, it's only going to cost you more. And if you look at life that way in your dental practice, you're going to end up doing a lot more treatment because you're probably not going to watch anything. You're going to end up treating it. Another thing was initiate questions about, you know, different aspects of dentistry that you may do in your practice that they don't know about. For example, TMD, headaches. You know, talk about symptoms that the patient can identify with, ringing of the ears, snoring, you know, staining, improving their smile, whitening, etc. But the more you initiate questions about things, the more that you can find out whether they're interested in, or not in that. The next one was welcome and handle emergencies. I know a lot of people look at emergencies as a disruption of their schedule, and other people look at emergencies as, you know, it's going to be a great day if I have a couple of emergencies. And I think a lot of it depends on you, your team, and how you prepare for that. Are you leaving yourself a little bit of emergency time, or when you have a morning huddle, or even if you don't have a morning huddle, if you're looking at the schedule with your team, can you identify times of the day that you can move people in if they are having an emergency? So I'll give you a couple of examples. In our office, I typically work with 2, sometimes I have 3 assistants if we're doing ortho, and I have 1 or 2 hygienists. And my office is normal just like everybody else's. Sometimes our hygiene schedule is great. Sometimes we have people cancel out of the schedule. And a lot of times if an emergency calls and I'm booked in some other rooms, we'll squeeze the emergency in our hygiene room. And my hygienist can take an x-ray, they can talk to the patient, they can gather information, and we can find out exactly what's going on. And I think a lot of times people just want to be heard and be seen. And if you think about yourself, like if you've ever had a toothache yourself or had a question or concern that you wanted a health professional to answer, I think that, you know, if you handle people the way you would want to be handled, that you'll have more success in your practice. The big thing down there that I heard from several people also was have your hygienist learn from Wendy Briggs how to add fluoride treatment and other hygiene production into their schedule. There's a lot of people, I know Tom Hedge has been talking about this online for the last several months, ever since he had Wendy Briggs in his practice. And I think Wendy did a webinar for Smile Source a few months ago as well. and she really did bring a lot of information to the table and helped helps your hygienist look at things from a different perspective and figures out a way to get additional production without a lot more time, because the main thing that happens when you try and introduce something in your hygiene department, I don't know if yours is like mine, but if I ask them to do something, they're like, we don't have enough time. We don't have enough time. Wendy shows them how to do stuff without taking up a lot more time and changing their schedule at all. And let's see, number 5 for me was be consistent and focused on your marketing by identifying which procedures that you already provide where you can target specific marketing efforts for maximum results. So, for example, I talked about this in number 1. What do you do in your practice? Are you a general practitioner? Do you have different streams of income? Do you have an ortho stream, a sleep apnea stream, an aesthetic stream, implant stream, or denture stream? And if you do all of these or only a few of them, then how are you targeting your marketing to bring in these additional income streams into your practice? So that was one of the things that we heard. So, for example, if you're doing direct mail, instead of doing a direct mail marketing piece that has everything on one marketing piece, just do a direct mail that's focused on ortho, and then or do a direct mail focused on aesthetics, or do a targeted mailing focused on dentures, and then you'll get more of what you want in those specific income streams, and it'll make it easier for you to keep track of what you're doing regarding your marketing and how to get maximum results. So one of the other things was they talked about specific web pages and landing pages in addition, so that when you send out your marketing piece, there's a dedicated phone number for that particular piece based on whatever stream you're trying to capture, and then it leads them to a particular web page where you can capture information from the client, like their name, their email address, maybe their phone number, so that you can have a follow-up information with them. A lot of things are similar to the type of marketing that you may be seeing yourself coming across your own email. So, for example, there's a lot of dental companies now that say, for this white paper, click here on this link and we'll send you this white paper on how to get 25 new patients this month. I'm sure that some of you have seen that come across your email. So what happens basically is you click a link, it takes you to the web page, they ask you for your name and your email, and then you get to download a PDF file that basically tells you stuff that you probably already know. But in any case, that's basically what this is talking about. You're kind of doing the same thing. So, let's say you have somebody who's interested in ortho. You can create your own quote-unquote white paper that people can download by clicking on a link, going to your web page, entering their information, and downloading a piece of paper with information about ortho and how it works in your practice. And they can either set up an appointment from that web page, or if they choose not to set up an appointment at that time, you now have their email where you can now possibly in the future send them an email newsletter based on orthodontics, because you know that that's something that they were interested in. So that was pretty cool. I thought that was kind of a neat way. Since we're dentists, we don't really get a lot of business information and how we do things. I thought that was kind of cool. All right, I did a lot of talking there, folks. Does anybody have any comments or information that they would be interested in sharing, or any questions about anything that I talked about? If you do, just unmute yourself, and I'll be happy to speak with you. I mean, I want this to be a give and take as well. Who do we got on here? I see Les. Les, are you there? He's probably just listening. Okay. Well, I don't have anything else. I think that was it. Let's just see what I got here. that was it. I believe our next meeting is going to be Tuesday, June 13th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And on that call, I will send out the information who our guest speaker will be. I'm sure it'll be somebody exciting that you'll all want to hear. So I got a question in here about Kent and a Smile Source sleep deal. I will respond to you in private on that, and I'll send that information out to the group when I send out the recording. I'll contact Kent personally, and I'll ask him about that. Okay. All right, great. Thank you all for being on the call. Appreciate it, and I look forward to talking to you on Tuesday, June 13th. Have a great night, everybody.